Hello, my name is Dharyll and welcome to my channel. And for today's video, we're going to try to use the packet tracer. And I've already downloaded the exercise from the NetAcad. The first exercise is navigating the iOS and configuring initial switch settings. So at first, we're going to try to navigate the iOS. So open the Cisco packet tracer. Then the part 1 is to establish the basic connection access CLI, and explore help. So the first thing we need to do is to try to recreate this topology in the packet tracer. So we need a PC, a PC and a switch. Then after that, click the connections icon, the one that looks like a lightning bolt in the lower left corner of the packet tracer. So this is the sign like a lightning bolt. Then select the light blue console cable by clicking it. The mouse pointer will change to what happened to be a personal connector with a cable dangling from it. So we need to find the light blue cable, like, then click the PC and we're going to choose RS23 connection. Then connect switch. Then select the console port to complete the connection. So the part 1 is finished, which is establishing basic connection, access the CLI, and explore help. So step 2, establish a terminal session with switch 1. So click the PC and then select the desktop tab. Click the PC, then the desktop tab. I guess we're going to terminal. Then click OK. So we're here in the called the iOS. Then we're going to press enter. Then it's already begun. The iOS can provide help or commands depending on the level access from currently display is called user exec. So first we need to type a question mark sign so that the other commands will pop up and its function, so that when you are new in using packet tracer you have an idea on what this command do. So you have an idea of what we are going to do. So first we're going to part 2, explore the exec mode. So step 1, we need to enter the privilege exec mode. In order to do that, we need to type it says here enable tab, then enter. When you type enable, you're already in the privilege exec mode. So after that, step 1, step 2, enter global configuration mode. In order to do that, you need to type configure. So before I continue, the sign that you're already in a what you call that, exec mode, the sign here will change to a hashtag. Before it is a greater than sign, now it's hashtag sign, which uh, you know already that you're in exec mode. And if you want to go to enter global configuration mode, you need to type configure configure. Yes, configure, then enter configuring from terminal memory. So we are already in a global configure mode. So that's how you do it. And I'm going to type exit. So we're back in the user exec mode. So the next thing we need to do is to set the clock. So in order to do that, it says here that step 1, use the clock command. So we need to type show clock. Then the time will appear and Monday, March 1, 1993. So it's not right. So we need to change it and we need to set the new current time now. In order to do that, we need to type clock. So it says incomplete command. So the right thing to do it is type clock, then you need to put question mark in the end of the clock so that you will able to set the time and date. Then after that you need to add set, then question mark again. It means that you need to set the time in the current time, then you need to type this 15 semicolon 00 15 semicolon 00 and question mark again in the end. Then the format will pop up, and this time attempt to set the date. So we're going to set the date. Today is September 22, 2019. So in setting date and time, we do question mark is, we're not going to add the question mark in the end. So after that, if you want to know if the date that you set is right, you need to type show clock. So that's it. The time we set earlier pop here. That means that we did the right thing. So that's all about the first exercise of the packet tracer navigating the iOS. So the next exercise that we need to try is the packet tracer configuring initial switch settings. So first we're going to remove the previous setup that we did earlier. So here in exercise number 2, there are 2 switches and 2 PC, 2 desktop computer. So there are 2 PC4 and PC5, then 2 switches. And after that, there's a broken line here. So I think it's connection. Broken line. Let's, I think, fast Ethernet 1 and fast Ethernet 1. Cable in PC1 to and PC2 towards the switch. Fast Ethernet. So you need to fast forward the time in order to for them to connect. I think we made the right topology here. I hope so. So the objectives of this exercise is part 1, verify the default switch configuration. Part 2 is configure the basic switch configuration. Part 3 is configure a MOTD banner. Part 4 is save configuration files to NVRAM. Part 5 is configure S2. So I think we'll end up here in part 4, save configuration files to NVRAM. So let's go here in part 1, verify the default switch configuration. Enter privilege except mode. So click the switch, then go to CLI tab, and I think we're going to type here. First, we need to enter privilege except mode. Enable. Next is step to examine the current switch configuration by typing show running config. So the message will pop up. And next, part 2, create a basic switch configuration. Step 1 is assign a name to a switch. So we're going to change the name of our switch. So in order to do that, we need to type configure terminal configure terminal. Enter commands per line. After that, we're going to type host name S1. Then exit. After that, step 2, secure access to console line. Secure access. So we're going to type configure terminal, then line consoles 0. After that, we're going to set the password. I guess password. What's the password here? Let me in. And then next is we're going to type login. Exit. So we need to exit and exit again. So step 3 is verify that console access is secured. So the next thing we need to do is to verify if the console access is secured. So by doing that, we need to exit to configure to privilege mode. So here we're going to test if the password we set, if we did the right thing. So let me in. So I think we did the right job by setting the password. So the next thing we need to do is to follow the step 4, which is secure privilege mode access. So for this step, we need to set a password when entering to privilege mode. So by doing that, first thing we need to do is type enable wait, I mistyped. So when securing privilege mode access, we need first to type enable, then configure terminal, and enable password. So here in this part, we're going to set a password when entering privilege mode, and the password we need to set here is Cisco C1 dollar sign, then CO C0, then exit, and then fingerprint. So enable uh, enable, then configure terminal, configure terminal. Then after that, we're going to type enable password, enable password. So C1 dollar sign C0, enter. Then after that, we're going to exit. So the next step, which will be verify that the privilege mode access is secure. So we need to verify it. We're going to exit again to test it. So the password is let me in, then enable. So as you can see, when we are entering in user privilege mode, there's a password that we set earlier, so we need to type it to gain access. C1 as you can see, we gain access from our user privilege mode by entering the password that we set earlier. So the next thing we need to do is step 6. Configure an encrypted password to secure access to privilege mode. So the enable password should be replaced with the newer encrypted secret password using the enable secret command. Set the enable secret password to it's a secret. So the next thing we need to do is to configure an encrypted password to secure access to privilege mode. So the first thing we need to do is type config t, config t, then after that enable secret, enable secret, enable secret, it's a secret, it's a secret, then exit. So the next step we need to do is to verify that the enable secret password is added to the configuration file. So by showing that, enter the show running figure command again to verify the new secret password is configured. So we're going to type show run. So as you can see here, host name S1 and enable secret, then enable password is Cisco. So everything is Fine. So the next thing we need to do is step 8, encrypt the enable and console password. So we're going to encrypt the enable and the console passwords. So by doing that, we need to type mm, config config t. Then after that, service password encryption dash encryption. Service password dash encryption. After after you type that, we're going to exit. So if you configure any more password on the switch, will they be displayed? So the part 3 is configure a MOTD banner. So step 1, configure a message of the day MOTD banner. So we need to type config then banner MOTD need to type this phrase. This is a secure system authorized access on. This is a secure system authorized access only. After we type that, we're going to exit. So we provide. So in that step, we configure a message of the day. In short, it's called it a banner. Then the part 4, save configuration file to NVRAM. So in order to do that, step 1, verify that the configuration is accurate using the show run command. Save the configuration file. Examine the star part configuration. So we need to type show run. So here is the banner MOTD that we set earlier, and this is the phrase that we type. This is a secure system authorized access only. So the next thing we need to do is copy run to save the configuration file. In order to do that, we need to go to user exec mode again and type copy run in config. Copy run slash config. Then start up config. Destination file name. So building configuration, then okay. Examine the start part configuration which command. Examine the startup configuration file, which command will display the contents of all the changes that were entered recorded in file. So enter then. it's already set and done. So we finished the exercise number 2. So we did the objective, which verify the default switch configuration. We try to configure a basic switch configuration. We also try configure a MOT debanner and save configuration files to NVRAM. So that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something, and goodbye.